हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल नर्सिंग सोल्यूशन। सो आज की वीडियो में हम पंजाब स्टाफ नर्सेज का जो एग्ज़ाम हुआ है, जो बाबा फरीद ने कंडक्ट कराया है, बी आर अम्बेडकर स्टेट इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंस सोसाइटी का, उसके नेक्स्ट 50 क्वेश्चंस जो हैं वो डिस्कस करेंगे। तो ऑलरेडी 50 क्वेश्चंस हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं और इसका जो एग्ज़ाम का रिजल्ट है वो अभी वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल है, वहाँ पे शो हो रहा है। जो हमारा नेक्स्ट 51st क्वेश्चन है वो क्या है? द क्लाइंट इज एक्सपीरियंसिंग सिवियर डायरिया एंड सीरम पोटेशियम लेवल ऑफ 3.3 मिली इक्वी पर लीटर. So which intervention should the nurse implement first? So the options are: notify the client's doctor, prepare the administer intravenous potassium. Option number C is place the client on cardiac telemetry or monitor and assess the client for leg cramp. जो पेशेंट जो है वो हमें पोटेशियम लेवल देख के पता लग रहा है कि पेशेंट जो है वो हाइपरकेलेमिया में है, हाइपोकेलेमिया में है, बिकॉज द नॉर्मल लेवल ऑफ पोटेशियम इज 3.5 to 5.2 मिली इक्वी पर लीटर। एंड जब पेशेंट हाइपोकेलेमिया में होता है तो देयर आर चांसेस दैट द पेशेंट मे हैव डिसअरिथमिया। इसमें जो करेक्ट ऑप्शन है वो ऑप्शन नंबर सी होना चाहिए, टू प्लेस द क्लाइंट ऑन कार्डियक टेलीमेट्री और मॉनिटर। 24 आवर ईसीजी करनी जरूरी है टू सी द कि पेशेंट की ईसीजी में कुछ चेंजेस आ रहे हैं या नहीं। नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज: a client denying suicidal ideation comes into the emergency department complaining about insomnia, irritability, anorexia, and depressed mood. So which intervention would the nurse implement first? And the options are: request a psychiatric consultation. Option number B is place the client on one-to-one observation. Option number C is complete a thorough physical assessment including lab test. And option number D is remove all hazardous material from the environment. इसमें क्या है, जो पेशेंट है कि वो सुसाइडल आइडिएशन को डिनाई कर रहा है, लेकिन उसको जो सिम्टम्स हैं वो है इंसोम्निया, इरिटेबिलिटी, एनोरेक्सिया एंड डिप्रेस्ड मूड। तो इसके लिए हमारी प्रायोरिटी क्या रहेगी? फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द राइट आंसर, कि पेशेंट को जो इंसोम्निया, इरिटेबिलिटी है, एनोरेक्सिया है, डिप्रेस्ड मूड है, उसके कई और सिम्टम्स, कई और अंडरलाइन कॉजेज हो सकते हैं। तो दैट्स व्हाई अ थोरो फिजिकल असेसमेंट इज इंक्लूडेड। तो ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। Now the next question is: a 8-year-old client diagnosed with vaso-occlusive sickle cell crisis is complaining of severe headache. So which intervention should the nurse implement first? And the options are: assess the client's neurological status. Option number B is administer a narcotic analgesic by the intravenous push. Option number C is administer 6 liters of oxygen via nasal cannula. And option number D is increase the client's intravenous rate. जो बच्चा है उसको ऑलरेडी सिकल सेल क्राइसिस हो रखा है, हेडेक की कंप्लेन कर रहा है, तो ड्यू टू द साइज ऑफ द आरबीसी, ठीक है, जो हमारा सिकल सेल एनीमिया है, तो जो हमारे आरबीसी की ऑक्सीजन कैरिंग एबिलिटी होती है वो डिक्रीज हो जाती है, तो उसकी वजह से द पेशेंट में हैव हाइपोक्सीमिया। एंड इन दिस केस न्यूरोलॉजिकल स्टेटस असेसमेंट इज द प्रायोरिटी, बिकॉज वी हैव टू चेक द पेशेंट फॉर द सिम्टम्स ऑफ कार्डियोवैस्कुलर एक्सीडेंट। अगर पेशेंट को वो सिम्टम्स नहीं है, न्यूरोलॉजिकल असेसमेंट नॉर्मल है, देन द सेकंड इज दैट वी विल प्रोवाइड द medicine for the headache. Now the next question is: the nurse is assessing the Bishop score on a post-date client. Which of the following measurement will the nurse assess? Select all that apply. And the options are: cervical dilatation, fetal station, cervical position, rupture of membrane, and gestational age. So for the Bishop score on the post-date client, the nurse will assess the cervical dilatation, fetal station, and cervical position. So for this, the correct answer is option number D, that A, B, C will be checked by the nurse. Now the next question is: in assessing the chief thyroid status, which a child's thyroid status, which of the following assessment finding should be documented as subjective finding? And the options are: fatigue, weight loss, hypertension, or tachycardia. So for the for the thyroid status of a child, fatigue should be assessed, because fatigue indicates that the child is having hypothyroidism. Now the next question is: for a patient who underwent thyroidectomy 2 days ago, which lab value required close monitoring? And the options are: option number A, potassium, Option number B is calcium. Option number C is white blood cell, and option number D is sodium level. So for this, the correct answer is option number B, calcium, because thyroid gland के साथ ही parathyroid gland होता है, and during thyroidectomy there are chances that the injury to the parathyroid gland can occur. तो इसलिए हमने कैल्शियम लेवल को मॉनिटर करना है, क्योंकि पैराथायरॉयड हार्मोन है जो वो हमारे ब्लड में कैल्शियम लेवल को मेंटेन करके रखता है. Now the next question is, which symptom experienced by client diagnosed with schizophrenia would predict a less positive prognosis? So the options are hearing hostile voices, having little or no interest in work or social activity, continuously repeating what has been said, and option number D is thinking the TV is controlling his or her behavior. So for this, the positive symptoms जो होते हैं उनका प्रोग्नोसिस फिर भी बेटर होता है एज कंपेयर टू द नेगेटिव सिम्टम्स ऑफ द स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया. एंड अगर इन क्वेश्चंस इन ऑप्शंस की बात करते हैं, तो जो हमारा ऑप्शन नंबर ए है, दैट इज हियरिंग हॉस्टाइल वॉइसेस, तो इट इज हैलुसिनेशन दैट शोज द पॉजिटिव सिम्टम ऑफ स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया. वेयर एज लिटिल or no interest in work or a social activity, it shows the negative symptom of schizophrenia, that is apathy. So less positive prognosis is of negative symptoms, so option number B will be the correct answer. Now the next question is, a patient with sinusitis is going home with an antibiotic prescription. Discharge teaching will include, and the options are go to the emergency department immediately if any headache occur, breathe in cool air via humidifier each hours, then the use decongestant and antihistamine conservatively, and option number D is follow fluid restriction guidelines. तो इसका आंसर मैं कंफर्म नहीं हूँ, तो might be according to me option number C is the correct answer, and if anybody from the audience know the answer, they can comment in the comment box. Now the next question is, an important role of the nurse is to facilitate social interaction between a patient who is paranoid and the patient peer. The nurse implement this intervention based on the understanding that a patient with paranoid personality disorder will have what? So we all know that the paranoid personality disorder जो person होगा उसमें social skills lacking होंगी, and जो patient will be more isolated. So option number D is the correct answer, that is tends to be isolated and lack social skills. Now the next question is, a patient become angry and aggressive towards the nurse after speaking on the phone with his mother. So the students such recognize this as which coping mechanism? So the answer is displacement defense mechanism. Now the next is, nursing may be defined as the diagnosis and treatment of human response to the health and illness. This definition of nursing was given by American Nurses Association. Now the next question is, a pregnant woman is hospitalized for the treatment of pregnancy-induced hypertension in the third trimester. She is receiving magnesium sulfate intravenously. The nurse understands that the medication is used mainly to prevent convulsion seizures. Option number B is decrease the respiratory rate. Option number C is increase urine blood flow and uterine blood flow. And option number D is maintain normal blood pressure. So जो हम मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट देते हैं वो हम मेनली एक्लेम्शिया को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए देते हैं. So the main purpose of magnesium sulfate is to prevent the convulsive seizures in the pregnant female. Now the next question is, the client is scheduled for orchiectomy. Which of the following procedures support the term orchiectomy? So the correct answer is surgical removal of a testicles will be the right definition for orchiectomy. Option number 63 का जो correct answer है, that is option number D. Now, which of the following will be abnormal in child with diagnosis of hemophilia? And the options are platelet count, white blood cell, hemoglobin level, and partial thromboplastin time. So, in the child who is having hemophilia, so they may are lacking some of the coagulant फैक्टर्स. तो मेनली हमारा फैक्टर नंबर 8 है, फैक्टर नंबर 9 है और 11 है जो है वो बच्चों में नहीं होता है, सॉरी. एंड इसमें जो मेन है दैट विल बी द पार्शियल थ्रोम्बोप्लास्टिन टाइम विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, A patient is admitted to the medical unit with possible grave disease, that is hypothyroidism. Which assessment findings support this diagnosis? And the options are bradycardia, periorbital edema, horsewise, and exophthalmos. So option number C will be the correct answer, is the correct answer for this question. Now the next question is, a client has been receiving lithium for the past 2 weeks for the treatment of bipolar illness. When planning client teaching, the nurse understands that it is important to emphasize that the client must, and the options is maintain a low sodium diet, come in for evaluation of serum lithium level every 1 to 3 months, have blood lithium level drawn during the summer month, and option number C is take a diuretic with lithium. So for this, the correct answer is option number B, that time to time evaluation of serum lithium level is important to check for the lithium toxicity, whereas low sodium diet will increase the lithium toxicity. तो हमने पेशेंट को बोलना है कि नॉर्मल डाइट, नॉर्मल सोडियम डाइट ही लेनी है, लो सोडियम डाइट नहीं लेनी है. Now the next question is, the nurse recognized dyspnea as which of the following? Increase awareness of respiratory efforts, decrease alveolar ventilation, increased rate and depth of respiration, and option number D is decreased oxygen saturation of venous blood. So dyspnea is the term that we are using for the increased rate and depth of the respiration. So option number C is the correct answer. Now the next question is, when planning the care of a patient who is paranoid, the nurse should include which of the following intervention to increase the sense of trust? Give the patient the nurse's home number for support, spend more time with this patient than with other patient, solicit the patient's participation in development of the treatment plan, and option number D is fulfill all of the patient requests to provide assurance of active listening. So to gain the trust of the patient, ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर, कि हम उसका जो भी ट्रीटमेंट प्लान है उसमें हम पेशेंट का एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन करवाएं. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, following are the measure of central tendency except, so mean, median, and mode are the measure of central tendency, whereas variance is not come under central tendency. So the correct answer is option number D. Now the next question is, a newly admitted client with a long history of alcoholism complains of burning and tingling sensation of the feet. The nurse would recognize these symptoms as indicative of which condition? And the options are Korsakoff psychosis, Wernicke's encephalopathy, alcoholic myopathy, or peripheral neuritis. So the patient is complaint of burning and tingling sensation of the feet. So that is related to neuropathy. So peripheral neuropathy will be the correct answer. और जो मायोपैथी है वो हमें मसल्स में देखने को मिलेगी. Wernicke's encephalopathy में the patient will be present with apathy, ataxia, or sometimes with confusion and coma. And Korsakoff psychosis में patient को memory loss होगा. ठीक है. Now the next question is, the nurse is assessing the lab report of 40-week gestation client. Which of the following value would the nurse expect to find elevated above pre-pregnancy level? So for this, the correct answer is option number D, that is fibrinogen. Now the next question is, which of the following finding on a female breast exam should the nurse report as suspicious of the breast cancer? And the options are a poorly defined firm lump that is known tender and fixed to the skin. Option number B is a soft, mobile, single lobular nodule that is known tender. Option number C is multiple bilateral round lumpy tissue that is tender. And option number D is a single soft lump that is well defined and tender. So for the breast cancer, we will have a poorly defined lump. So option number A will be the correct answer. Now the next question is, a nurse is caring for a newborn with a neural tube defect. So the best covering for the lesion is moist, sterile, non-adherence dressing. Option number B is dry, sterile dressing. Option number C is Tefla dressing with antibiotic ointment. And option number D is sterile occlusive pressure dressing is for the neural tube defect. So option number A is the correct answer. Moist, sterile, non-adherence dressing should be used for neural tube defect. And other like the bandages that are putting pressure on the neural tube defect should not be used. And after applying this dressing, the child should be lie down in a prone position. Now the next question is, The male client diagnosed with renal calculi is admitted to the medical unit. Which intervention should the nurse implement first? Assess the client's pain, request the client to urinate in a urinal, strain the client's urine, and increase the client oral fluid intake. So if we are talking about this question, so the option number A is the correct answer, because assessment is very much important, and assessment हर एक physical examination का first part है. So assess the client's pain. Now the next question is, the nurse is talking with the client. The client abruptly says to the nurse, the moon is full, astronauts walk on the moon, walking is a good health habit. The client behavior verb most likely indicate which of the following. So the correct answer will be dissociation, because इसमें कोई भी ऐसी लाइन नहीं है जिसका एक दूसरे के साथ कोई एसोसिएशन है. So lose association or dissociation will be the right answer. Now the next question is, which statement best describe the metabolic function of the liver? And the options are detoxification of the endogenous and exogenous substances. Option number B is fluid volume control and acid-base balance. Option number C is erythrocyte and leukocyte breakdown. Option number D is concentration and storage of bile. So the correct answer is option number A, that is detoxification of endogenous and exogenous substance. Fluid volume control and acid-base balance will be the function of kidney and lungs. Electrocyte and leukocyte breakdown will be occur in spleen. Then concentration and storage of the bile will be done in gallbladder. Whereas liver will produce the bile, but it gets stored in the gallbladder. Now the next question is, a patient experiencing paranoid behavior believes that the drugs are poisonous and does not want to take them. Which of the following nursing intervention should the nurse include in the patient's plan of care? So the options are: administer the drugs intravenously if the patient refuses to take them orally, tell the patient that taking the drug is a part of treatment, restrict the patient to the room until the patient agrees to take the drug. Option number D is inform the patient that doctor ordered the drug and they are necessary. So for the paranoid patient, ऑप्शन नंबर 3 इज द करेक्ट आंसर, दैट कि हमने पेशेंट को एक्सप्लेन करना है कि ये जो मेडिसिन है इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हिच डॉक्यूमेंट आर करेक्टली आइडेंटिफाइड एज एडवांस डायरेक्टिव? सेलेक्ट ऑल द अप्लाई एंड द ऑप्शंस आर लास्ट विल एंड द ट्रीटमेंट, लिविंग विल, क्लाइंट बिल ऑफ राइट, ड्यूरेबल पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी फॉर हेल्थ केयर. सो इनमें से कौन है जो एडवांस डायरेक्टिव्स के अंडर आता है? सो फॉर दिस द जो हमारी लिविंग विल है एंड ड्यूरेबल पावर ऑफ अटॉर्नी फॉर हेल्थ केयर आर द एडवांस डायरेक्टिव. सो ऑप्शन नंबर बी एंड डी. सो डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, हाउ have code of ethics changed from the early to the later part of the 20th century? तो अगर हम इसमें ऑप्शंस की बात करते हैं तो ऑप्शन नंबर डी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Earlier code made no clear ethical demand on the nurses. Later codes incorporate expectations that nurses would act ethically and make sure that others were acting ethically as well. So option number D is the correct answer. Now the next question is, the nurse is monitoring the contraction of women in labor. A contraction is recorded at the beginning of 10 a.m. and ending at 1 a.m. Another begin at 10:15 a.m. The nurse recognized the frequency of the contraction is. तो मतलब 10 बजे स्टार्ट हुई है, 10 बज के 1 मिनट पे खत्म हो गई और सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन 10 बज के 15 मिनट पे स्टार्ट हुई है. तो हम कॉन्ट्रैक्शन स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्शन टिल द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द सेकंड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन तक काउंट करते हैं. तो 10 बजे से 10:15 का जो टाइम है दैट विल बी 15 मिनट. सो ऑप्शन विल बी ए विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, in assessing the client receiving which of the following require evaluation? And the options are dry mucous membrane, complaint of fatigue, large area of ecchymosis in various sites of body, and hair loss on scalp. So for this, the priority will be option number C, that large area of ecchymosis in various sites of the body, because it shows the symptom of internal bleeding. Now the next question is, a 7-month-old child has been diagnosed with cerebral palsy. Would the nurse assess the following as consistent sign and symptom with the diagnosis? Positive grasp reflex, Harlequin sign, pigeon chest, or circummoral cyanosis. So for this, positive grass reflex which shows the sign and symptom of cerebral palsy. So option number A is the correct answer. Now the next question is, which of the following is the priority for the nurse to include in the teaching plan for the client with acute bacterial conjunctivitis? So options are: instruct the client to avoid rubbing, apply the hot moist compression to the adherent crust on the eye, stress the importance of hand washing, and option number D is instruct the client to avoid sharing towel. So for the bacterial conjunctivitis, hand washing is the प्रायोरिटी इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, जिससे कि हम बैक्टीरियल कंजक्टिवाइटिस को प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. सो स्ट्रेस द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ हैंड वॉशिंग. ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, post procedure nursing intervention for electroconvulsive therapy include which of the following? Expecting long term memory loss, remaining with client until oriented, apply hard restraint of seizure occur, and expecting client to sleep for 4 to 6 hours. So for this, the option number B is the correct answer, that remaining with client until oriented. Now the next question is, the most accurate description the nurse could give a colleague about the thyroid scan is that assisting in differentiating between primary and secondary hypothyroidism, demonstrate increased uptake of radioactive iodine in areas of possible malignancy, demonstrate decreased uptake of radioactive iodine in area of possible malignancy, and measure the effect of TSH on thyroid function. So जो हमारा रेडियोएक्टिव थायराइड स्कैन है, ठीक है, उसका जो करेक्ट आंसर है वो ऑप्शन नंबर बी होना चाहिए, बिकॉज जहाँ पे हमें हाइपर एक्टिव नोड्यूल्स मिलेंगे, जहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ हमारे सेल्स ज्यादा होंगे, वहाँ पे जो हमारा रेडियो एक्टिव आयोडीन होगा उसका इंटेक ज्यादा होगा. तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द राइट आंसर. नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, leading cause of diarrheal disease in childhood is which? And for this the correct answer is option number C, that is rotavirus. So already नेशनल इम्यूनाइजेशन शेड्यूल में रोटा वैक्सीन के अगेंस्ट बच्चों को इम्यूनाइज किया जाता है. Now the next question is, information required for an informed consent generally does not include which of the following? So diagnosis is mentioned, alternative option for treatment is also mentioned, and risk and benefit was also uh, written in the consent, whereas the anticipated charges for treatment is not mentioned in the consent form. Now the next question is, a client who is Gravida 4 and Para 2 is admitted to the labor and delivery unit. A nurse performed a vaginal examination and determined that the client's cervix is 6 centimeter dilated and 75% effaced, and and the fetal skull is at +1 station. So that based on the nurse assessment, which stage of labor is this client? And the option is first stage, latent stage. Option number B is first stage, active phase. Option number C is first stage, transition phase, and option number C is first phase, active stage. तो अगर हम stages of labor की बात करते हैं तो there are mainly 3 stages. First stage, second stage, third stage. First stage में from the cervical dilatation, from the uterine contraction, 0 cervical dilatation up to the 10 centimeter of cervical dilatation. Stage 2 में क्या होगा? Cervical dilatation to the expulsion of the baby. And third में क्या है? Expulsion of the fetus. और अगर हम फर्स्ट स्टेज की बात करते हैं तो अगेन इसमें हमारे पास 3 फेजेस होते हैं: एक्टिव फेज, latent phase, active phase and transitional phase. Latent phase हमारा 1 to 3 सेंटीमीटर ऑफ सर्वाइकल डायलिटेशन होता है. हमारा जो एक्टिव फेज है that is 6 to 8 centimeter, 4 to 8 centimeter, and 8 to 10 centimeter will be the transitional phase. So for this, the option number B is the correct answer. Now the next question is, the nurse is assessing a client diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. Which assessment data support this diagnosis? Excessive energy and high platelet count, cervical lymph node enlargement and positive acid pass bacilli, fever and infection, nausea and vomiting. So for the acute myeloid leukemia, the patient will be at a risk of fever and infection. So this will help, this is the data that will help in the diagnosis because of the immature leukocytes ठीक है, तो बॉडी की जो इम्यूनिटी होगी वो ऑलरेडी बहुत ही कम होगी, तो बच्चे को जो फीवर है या इन्फेक्शन है वो बार बार हो सकता है। Now the next question is, the nurse is assessing a 8-month-old infant with a malfunctioning ventriculoperitoneal shunt. Which one of the following manifestation would the infant be most likely to exhibit? And the options are depressed fontanelle, lethargy, irritability, and negative mood. So, in case of increased ICP, ठीक है, ICP क्यों increase हो रहा है? Due to hydrocephalus, बिकॉज जो वेंट्रिकुलर पेरिटोनियल शंट है जिन हाइड्रोसेफेलस जिन बच्चों को होता है उनमें डालते हैं। सो द मेन सिम्टम विल बी द इरिटेबिलिटी ड्यू टू द इंक्रीज्ड ICP द चाइल्ड विल बी मोर इरिटेबल। नाउ द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, anxiety is a symptom that can result from which of the following physiological condition? Select all that apply. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, hypothyroidism, hypertension, diverticulosis, or hypoglycemia. So for this, the correct answer is in patient with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, anxiety will be seen. Hypothyroidism में भी हमें anxiety मिलेगी और hypoglycemia में भी मिलेगी. So A, B, E will be the correct answer. So A, B, E. So option number B is the right answer. Now the next question is, which of the following classification of medication would be most often used for clients with schizophrenia? And the options are antidepressant, anxiolytic, mood stabilizer, and neuroleptic. So for the schizophrenia is a psychotic disease, so we are using antipsychotic medicine that are also known as neuroleptic. So option number 9 is the correct, D is the correct answer. Now the next question is, a woman is seen in clinic complaining of amenorrhea, fatigue, urinary frequency, and monitoring morning nausea. She states that LMP was 7 weeks ago and that her menses have been normal except for one episode following a spontaneous abortion at 8 weeks of gestation. She states she has a 5-year-old baby and a 3-year-old twin girl at home. So which would accurately describe this woman if she is pregnant now? So Gravida 4 para 2, Gravida 5 para 3, Gravida 4 para 3 and Gravida 3 para 2. So female ने क्या बोला है कि उसके जो periods थे वो normal थे, एक बार उसका 8 weeks के ऊपर spontaneous abortion हुआ है तो G1, एक उसका 5 year का बच्चा है G2, 3 years की twin है तो G3 एंड अभी वाली अगर हम कंसिडर करते हैं तो दैट इज G4। ठीक है, तो ग्रेविडा विल बी G4। नाउ व्हाट इज पैरा 2? एक बच्चा 5 years का है, 2 बच्चे 3 years के हैं, तो इसमें जो पैरा होगा दैट विल बी 2, क्योंकि एक तो सिंगलटन प्रेगनेंसी है उसको हम ऐसा 1 पैरा लेंगे, बट जो हमारी मल्टीपल प्रेगनेंसी है और जो ट्विन प्रेगनेंसी है उसको भी हम 1 ही लेते हैं, सो दैट पैरा विल बी 2। सो ऑप्शन नंबर A will be the correct answer. Now the next question is, what is the order of steps for abdominal assessment? So percussion, palpation, inspection और auscultation. तो हमें किस सीरीज में जाना चाहिए? नॉर्मल जो हमारा होता है वो हमें पता है, लेकिन एब्डोमिनल असेसमेंट में थोड़ा सा फर्क होता है, तो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी। इसमें सबसे पहले हमने इंस्पेक्शन करनी है, फिर ऑस्कल्टेशन करनी है, फिर परकशन एंड फिर पाल्पेशन, ताकि जो हमारे बॉवल मूवमेंट्स हैं वो चेंज ना हो जाए। ठीक है, now the next question is, many of the bacteria living in human large intestine feeding on undigested food without harming the host are called predator, commensals, symbiotes और parasite. So इन जो हमारे ये वाले बैक्टीरियाज होते हैं इनको हम commensals बोलते हैं। ठीक है, तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। Now the next question is, while ambulating in the hallway with the nurse, the client diagnosed with myocardial infarction complained of chest pain. Which intervention should the nurse implement? Select all that apply. ठीक है, तो place the client on supplemental oxygen, administer nitroglycerin, ask the ward secretary to call the healthcare provider, have the client walk back to the room, and take the client's vital signs. So इसमें जो करेक्ट आंसर होना चाहिए दैट शुड बी ऑप्शन नंबर बी, दैट द पहले तो हमने ऑक्सीजन देनी है, नाइट्रोग्लिसरीन प्रोवाइड करना है, एंड देन जो है चेक द वाइटल साइंस ऑफ द पेशेंट। Now next question is, the nurse is assessing the vital signs of the client in labor at the peak of contraction. So which of the following findings would be the nurse expect to see? So यहाँ पे जो हमारा आंसर रहेगा एंड द ऑप्शंस क्या क्या है हमारे पास, Where the option is decreased respiratory rate, then option number B is hypertension. Option number C is respiratory rate of 32, and option number D is pulse rate of, sorry, हाँ, इसमें decreased respiratory rate. Option number B is hypertension. Option number C is decreased pulse rate, and option number D is hyperthermia. तो इसमें जो female है, the nurse can expect hyperthermia क्योंकि uterine contraction की वजह से जो हमारा flow rate होगा, blood flow, that will be decreased in the decreased. ठीक है, तो उसकी वजह से we can see the hypertension. Now the next question is, a nurse is caring for the client with deep vein thrombosis. Which of the following symptom would require the nurse immediate attention? Temperature of 102 degree Fahrenheit, blood pressure of 90 to 50, respiratory rate of 32, and pulse rate of 98 beats per minute. Already patient को deep vein thrombosis है, patient is at a risk of pulmonary embolism. तो इनमें से कौन सा साइन है जो pulmonary embolism का है? That is respiratory rate of 32. So option number C is the correct answer. Now the next question is, which sign best indicate intracranial pressure in an infant? Select all that apply. Sleeping more than usual, increased appetite, high-pitched cry, complaint of blurred vision, and sunken anterior fontanelle. So the child who is having increased intracranial pressure, उसमें हमें high-pitched cry मिलेगी because जो child होगा वो irritable होगा. इसके अलावा there can be a sleeping more than usual. So option number A and C. So that the option number A is the correct answer. Now the next question is, the postmenopausal client with breast cancer is placed on the aromatase inhibitor anastrolose. Which data indicate the medication is effective? And the options are, a client's DNA ploidy test showed diploid cell. The client is able to discuss her feeling openly. The client report a positive body image, or the client's bone and lung cancer scan are negative. So इसमें जो correct answer है, that is option number C. That is जो client का bone and lung scan होगा, that will be negative. So हमने अभी सारे क्वेश्चन जो हैं डिस्कस कर लिए हैं. सो अगर आपको आज की वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो काइंडली लाइक, कमेंट एंड सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल. थैंक यू.